Look, I'm just gonna say it. Dawnbreak is probably the most confusingly fun, objectively messy, and incredibly horny demo I've played all year. This is a third-person action shooter hitting Steam in April 2026, and right now it's sitting at around 11 bucks. The reviews, they're mixed, but mostly positive, and honestly, I get it. People are calling it everything from waifu space marine for weebs with the Infinity Gauntlet to just so bad, it's really good. You know, that kind of game. It's got a female protagonist, zombies, and a whole lot of stuff. Alright, so what's the actual game here? You play as this incredibly powerful character, a slutty Japanese girl with a panda backpack, if we're being direct from the reviews. The core loop is pure third-person shooter action. You're blasting through waves of demons and sentinels, and it feels pretty straightforward. Think less tactical cover shooter and more run and gun chaos. The Infinity Gauntlet comparison isn't about collecting gems, it's about the sheer power fantasy you get. You feel like a total powerhouse clearing screens of enemies with guns. It's not trying to be a deep narrative experience, you don't have to worry about long-winded Avengers dialogue or complex plots. It's just you, your guns, and a whole lot of enemies to kill. And yeah, the game leans hard into its aesthetic with those slutty outfits and jiggle them wiggles physics that players specifically called out. Look, YouTube is full of 20-minute rambling reviews. If you appreciate short, honest ones like this, hit subscribe. It genuinely helps. Alright, let's keep going. But here's where it gets interesting. The world you're fighting in is pretty wild. The lore sets it up with tsunamis and multiple small black holes inexplicably appearing in 2039, just devouring the world. This is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi setup, and it provides a chaotic backdrop for all the shooting. The developer, SYN-Studio, labels it an RPG, but from what's available in this early build, the RPG elements seem light. It's more about the action, the visual spectacle, and just blowing stuff up. The average playtime for reviewers is super low, like under an hour, which tells you this is either a very short experience or, more likely, an early demo. You're basically dropping in, causing mayhem, and getting out. Now, obviously it's an early build. There are odd things going on, as the news snippets put it. You're definitely gonna run into bugs, and the polish isn't there yet. Players specifically mention poor English translation, which isn't surprising for this kind of game, and it can definitely break immersion if you're trying to follow any story. The whole "so bad, it's good" vibe comes from these rough edges. It's not a technically flawless experience. Expect jank. Expect things to just not quite work right sometimes. So, should you actually play this? Look, if you're into the over-the-top, waifu, aesthetic, appreciate a game that doesn't take itself too seriously, and just want to turn your brain off and shoot some demons with a powerful female protagonist, then yeah, for around 11 bucks, you might actually have a blast. But if you're looking for a deep, polished RPG with a compelling narrative or cutting-edge graphics, you can skip this one. It's a very specific kind of fun. If this helped, drop a like and subscribe. See you in the next one!